lying down and dreaming of a way to catch a plane to Tokyo.
Hello friends, Olivia here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing the fall book tag that was originally created by Alina Milena, I believe, but the original video was taken down or is privated. The first time I saw this was on Chanelle Time's YouTube channel, and she did it, and so that's why I'm doing it, because it sounds like a lot of fun. But I just wanted to credit the original creator of this tag, and of course Chanelle, and I'll link her video in the description because that's where I first saw it. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this, and it's September 30th right now that I'm taping, but it's going to be October when I upload this, and October is my favorite month, and I'm so excited for October and activities. Can't do much because of COVID, but I'm still pretty excited. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so let's get to it. So the first prompt is, in the fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. Okay, so the one that I picked for this one is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. And this is also my signed copy by her. And I got to meet her back not a couple months ago. Oh my gosh, we're almost in October. March. Got to see her in March. So my signed copy, I'm really happy. So this book, God, I love this book. This book is set in the 1700s, and it follows the main character, Monty, who I believe has to take over his dad's company. So he wants one last huzzah around Europe. And he takes his little sister and his best friend Percy, who he's in love with, around Europe, and they go on this adventure. I do feel like this, like, when the author was describing the places in this book, I could see it. I could vividly see it, and I could see how it was a very beautiful, vivid world. And so I do think that this book has a very good, vivid setting. Like the way that she describes England. I believe they go to Paris for a bit. Where else do they go? They go to a lot of places, but they go to Barcelona. They go to a lot of places around Europe, and they're just traveling. And oh yes, they definitely go to Paris. Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's just this is a great book to read if you're looking for a good vivid setting, because the world is beautiful, and I've never been to those places before, but I could literally see them in my mind when I was reading this book. And it's also a very, his best friend Percy is, I believe, half black, half, yeah, so half African, half English. So I really like that diversity in this book and the representation, because Monty is a bisexual, and I believe his sister is asexual, but she has her own book. But yes, this is what I would pick. Great book. Great book. Alright, okay, so the second prompt is, nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. So this one was a hard one to pick, because I read a lot of books on the Libby app that I borrowed from the library, so I don't own some of the sad books that I read so far. But the one I did pick was History is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. I love Adam Silvera's writing, and I think this book is written beautifully. And his other books too, like They Both Die at the End and More Happy Than Not, made me tear up and cry. This book in particular deals with loss. So the main character, Griffin, lost his ex-boyfriend, died in an accident, and so he's dealing with getting over him and dealing with that. And I believe, and I haven't read this book in a while, but I believe it's the present and the past, like you're going back and forth. But my opinion, most of all Adam Silvera's work is beautifully written. Like I said, More Happy Than Not, They Both Die at the End. They Both Die at the End does kind of deal with loss, because they both die at the end, but this one in particular definitely does, and it's beautifully written, and I think y'all would enjoy it. If you like Adam Silvera's writing, I think you would really enjoy it, because this book really, I remember reading the first couple pages and I was like, I had to stop reading it. This was like months ago, but I was like, I can't, and I picked it back up. But yeah, this book is beautifully written and I highly recommend it. Alright, okay, so prompt 3 was a little confusing to me, just a little bit, but it is fall, it's back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. I really don't read nonfiction, correct me if I'm wrong, but this one was hard because I just don't know. The only book I can think of, and it's probably nonfiction, and y'all are gonna hate me probably, but the only one that I can think of that taught me something is In the Dream House by Carmen Marie Machado. I listened to the audiobook on Libby. I don't own the book. And this book deals, it's her memoir. Gosh, I can't pronounce it. And it deals with her, it's her telling her story. Oh my gosh, I could totally use this for the other prompt too, but her telling her story about how she was in an abusive relationship with her ex-girlfriend. And I remember it's 5 hours long, the audiobook is, and I finished it in one day, and I was at work and I was having a really hard day, and listening to that made me so happy. Like, it was hard to like get through. It had a lot really like hard topics and, you know, really sad, but it did teach me that even when we feel like we've done something wrong, we're not always the victim. Like the whole gaslighting that her ex-girlfriend did to her, I really felt that. But I feel like that book really did teach me something, that we can move on and we can do better. And, you know, that's all I have to say about that without getting a little touchy. But yeah, I feel like I did learn something from that book, and it did teach me something. So yeah, that's it. Sorry if that was a little weird, but like, I don't know what else to say. Okay, prompt number 4 is, in order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you like to be a part of. Super easy, super duper easy. Ugh, I knew I was going to mention these books at one point. So, totally easy. The Shadowhunter series by Cassandra Clare. So, City of Bones, Lady Midnight, and Clockwork Angel. I grabbed all 3 of them. I would love to be part of the Shadowhunter family, and not even say to have a mom and dad, but to have a bunch of, like, you know, be like Jillian, have a bunch of cool siblings, or be like Clary with all her cool friends, or like Tessa with really hot guys around her. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, yeah, I would love to be part of the Shadowhunter family, because, you know, friends are family, and to have all these cool, awesome, badass fighting Shadowhunter friends, and werewolves and vampires and warlocks, especially Magnus Bane. I would love to be friends with Magnus Bane. I named my cat Magnus Bane. He's over there sleeping, just ignore him. But but what I'm saying, this was such an easy prompt. I'm like, are you kidding me? The Shadowhunter world for sure. But yeah, that's who I would choose. Oh my gosh, I died. But yeah, that's who I would choose. Alright, so not dying anymore, I swear. The next prompt, number 5. The color of leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. This one, I really did go through my books. I really did. And I tried to find, but I found the best series to do this for, and it's the same series. So, I chose the series of unfortunate events for the spines, because I felt like, let me get closer, I felt like the colors were really pretty. Get the burgundy, like the fall green leaf, kind of teal, I'm sorry, the orangey, the reddish orange, the orange. I just felt like these colors were really, really pretty, and that just, these spines did remind me of fall leaves. Like, I saw these on my shelves, and I'm like, the series of unfortunate events. Thank you so much for helping me with that prompt. So yeah. So number 6. Fall is perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book where somebody is telling a story. Okay, this one, gosh, which one did I choose? Man, okay, I forgot what I choose for this one because I really blanked on this one. I really did. I could have used the series Unfortunate Events too, but I decided I'm like blanking. I'm sorry. I decided to use Her Body and Other Parties, even though I already mentioned this author before, by Carmen Marie Machado. This is a bunch of short stories in the book, and I believe the very first story, because I read and I loved it, was The Husband Stitch, and I believe the mother in this short story is telling her story. Yes, she is. She's telling her story. So this counts because I just totally blanked on this prompt, so sorry. But yeah, I would say that this counts. Yeah, I choose this. It's cool. So number 7, The Nights Are Getting Darker. Share a dark and creepy read. Which one did I choose for this one? Because I was going to choose, I think I was going to choose Coraline, but I decided to go with The Diviners by Libba Bray, which this is also a signed copy. I think I mentioned it in my book review. I probably mentioned it 100 times over and over, but she did sign my book. She did sign my book calling me the cat's meow. So yes, I would choose The Diviners by Libba Bray because also I recommend listening to the audiobook because I think her name is January Lavoie. She narrates it and she does an amazing job doing all the voices. Oh my god, she's amazing. But I swear to god, there's like a hair. What the heck is going on? I'm sorry. But I would say The Diviners because I remember listening to the audiobook and I remember I was like in the shower and I was scared. Sorry, I'm looking towards my bathroom because I'm like, is anybody in there? I was scared. Like, this book was really dark and creepy because the ghost, his name was Naughty John, I believe, and it does take a dark turn and it does get really creepy. And like I said, if you're listening to the audiobook, you're gonna even be more creeped out because I was really scared and it was at night and I was taking a shower and I was actually pretty scared. And there's parts in this book where something happened, I was like, no, like turned on all the lights. Like, this book can get really scary. Like I said, listening to the audiobook because it will even spook you out even more. Alright, number 8. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. Short. I don't have a lot of short books, but I did choose Rumple Buttercup. I don't know if you can see that because it's too bright. But Rumple Buttercup by Matthew Gray Gubler. I love Matthew Gray Gubler. This is a super short read, and I would say it's for all ages and has pictures in it, and it's about this little cute little monster who lives in the sewer, and he watches his parade every year, and he just thinks he's so weird, which he's not. He's so precious, and towards the end, he learns to love himself and know that everybody's just a little weird. But yeah, Rumple Buttercup by Matthew Gray Gubler, aka Dr. Spencer Reed from Criminal Minds. This will definitely, if you're reading this book, you'll definitely be like, oh, this is so cute and precious. But yeah, definitely recommend this one. Okay, number 9. Fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you would like to return to soon. So name, gosh, I have so many. Something that I wonder if it's something that I already read. Name an old favorite that you like to return to soon. This is really hard to choose which book I would like to read. Okay, so I'll be right back because I'm just gonna grab a book because I think I know which one I'm gonna grab because I want to read it again. So probably my favorite book of all time, and I read this back in middle school, and it's Dragon's Bait by Vivian van de Veld. Probably butchered that whole name. So gosh, this is probably my favorite book of all time, and it's a really short book, and I read this in middle school. It has a dear place in my heart, and I've been meaning to reread it. And so this book is about, God, her name's Alice, like Lys, and her whole town turns on her, accuses her of being a witch. I believe her father dies from having a heart attack, or they put him in prison. Can't remember. No, I think he dies from having a heart attack, and they blame her, and they try to burn her, not burn her at the stake, but they offer her to a dragon who turns into this really hot guy, and I love him, and it's just this cute story of her getting revenge. And I need to reread this book because it's short, it's fantasy, I love it, and it has a hot dragon guy. So yeah. Sorry it took forever. Okay, so let's see. I think we're getting close. Number 10. Fall is perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. Accessories? I don't know, but I don't know what kind of accessories I would use, but I do drink a lot of tea. So, I drink a lot of tea, so yeah, I go through if it's my day off, I go through like 4 or 5 cups a day. If it's 1 cup a day during a work week, but I do drink a lot of tea, and I love drinking tea while I'm reading a good book, so I would have to say tea would have to be my accessory. Alright, so last prompt is spend the autumn appreciation and tag some people. I tag anybody who watches this video, just like Chanelle did with her video. So yes, please, if you would like to participate in this, please go to her original video where she did it. Definitely did it better than me. And like I said, I don't know the original, I believe, was taken down or it's privated, so really can't offer that one. But yeah, please go ahead and do this, and hello fall, and welcome October, and everyone stay safe, and yeah, let's get through this COVID.